So we got an update on when a alleged emergency patch is going to be coming to Tekken 8, right? And I'll pull this up on the screen for y'all to see in a moment. So let's read this and talk about it, yeah? Balance adjustment policy for version 2.00.02. The development team acknowledges that following the Season 2 Version 2 update, the overall game balance has shifted too heavily toward offense. We sincerely apologize that the actual balance changes do not align with the development intentions and policy previously communicated to players. We deeply regret not being able to address the improvements and adjustments that the community had hoped for. Moving forward, we are committed to distinguishing between issues that can be addressed quickly and issues that require more time and community feedback for proper review. We will implement a step-by-step update process to improve the game experience. In this coming update, we will fix known issues and begin a balanced review based on the following policy. So already, one of the first things is like they're apologizing profusely. They've done so twice already. And they're saying that, hey, we didn't make the update that you all thought we would make, essentially. And it's like, you don't say. You don't say that you didn't do what we asked. And we'll talk about that in a bit, but we'll do a little bit more reading. Number 1, increase the maximum health value to help mitigate situations where matches are decided through overly one-sided momentum. In light of current damage environment trending toward inflation driven by offense-heavy game balance and increased aerial combo damage, the maximum health value will be increased. This adjustment is intended to ease situations where matches are too easily decided by one-sided momentum. Gradual adjustments to overly high reward moves. This update addresses the overall inflations of attack strength and combo damage by implementing adjustments that can be done quickly to moves that provide excessive reward. We recognize this as a game-wide issue rather than a problem limited to specific characters, and we plan to continue reviewing and tuning these aspects progressively. Examples of adjustments included in this update: balance adjustments to high-performance moves that can repeatedly create advantageous situations and lead to one-sided gameplay. Adjustments to moves with disproportionately high reward compared to their risk, ensuring fairer risk-reward balance. Number 3, rebalancing the offensive and defensive aspects of the heat system. And this one is probably going to be big. Currently, the benefits gained by the attacking player through the heat system are considered too great. Following adjustments have been made: revised damage scaling when using heat dash to suppress combo damage inflation, adjusted frame advantage on hit for heat engagers, maintaining benefits for the attacker while allowing the defender more opportunities to respond. Additionally, adjustments have been made to chip damage as follows: reduce additional chip damage during heat, change the system so that moves which already deal chip damage do not receive extra chip damage during heat. Future updates will also include adjustments to the amount of chip damage dealt by individual moves. In the next update planned for mid-May, adjustments will include reducing air combo damage and reevaluating the performance of heat burst. Additionally, we will continue to review moves that could not be addressed in this update, such as moves that consistently create advantageous situations leading to one-side matches, and attacks with disproportionately high rewards relative to their risk. Moving forward, we remain committed to incorporating player feedback and will focus on resolving cases of overly dominant performance and interactions that result in one-sided gameplay. So, all of this is what we were asking for from the start, right? Tekken 8 has been criticized heavily since it came out, since before it came out in betas and whatnot, that the game is steering too heavily toward offense and players are being punished for being defensive or trying to be strategic. It's all about throwing out these big moves that have no real risk because they're tracking or they're safe on block or whatever the case. There's a bunch of things, there's a bunch of different moves that do all this stuff, and kind of just hoping for the best. You throw out these big moves, you do your combo, your combos are too long because not only do you have the heat system that can be used to extend combos, you have the corkscrew mechanic that's like your normal extender, you have tail spins, and you're given 3 of those now. At first there was no limit because some characters was abusing it way too much, but you get 3 tail spins to the combo. Combos are way too long. You go wall to wall damage, 50-50 mix up at the wall. It gets nutty. You are actively discouraged from sidestepping. Not only that, but a lot of moves now, especially some of the more impactful moves that characters have, are safe. So when you throw them out and your opponent blocks them, normally a lot of big moves have the drawback of if this is blocked or if this is evaded, then you're left open for counterattack. A lot of these moves now don't have that drawback because one of the things that this game emphasizes that Tekken games have not in the past is stance-based mix-ups. So moves that would normally be unsafe, you can cancel that recovery animation by going into a stance that allows you to do something else. It's very rare that when you're on the offensive, you're not giving up your turn. And that's a problem. It becomes very difficult to play the game when you're on the receiving end of being of this aggression because you can't really get out of it unless you're dealing with very hyper-specific situations. Tekken 8 feels more like Mortal Kombat than a Tekken game. And that's the problem. People that play Tekken want to play Tekken. Because if I wanted to play Street Fighter, if I wanted to play Mortal Kombat, if I want to play BlazBlue or Guilty Gear, I would go play those games. Tekken feels different than all of them. The changes that they've added, to the aggressive part of this game makes it feel like another game. And the unique strengths that Tekken has don't apply anymore. So there are a lot of things that, and like this is something that people have been actively saying, hey, this game is too aggressive, tone it down. We need to be able to defend against this stuff. And the thing that really made people upset is that before Season 2 launched, Namco Bandai, the Tekken team, Harada, Michael Murray, all those people said, this is the patch that y'all have been waiting for. We heard all the criticism. This is the defensive patch. And people, of course, got real skeptical about that when they started talking about this patch and showing us the stuff that they added. And everything they were talking about, save like one or two things, like being able to sidestep into the foreground when you're crouching, which is something that you've never been able to do in Tekken. When they started showing off all these crazy moves that everyone's getting added to, they showed off a homing mid that goes from mid screen with Zafina. They showed off some nonsense with Jin. They showed off homing throws from King when he's in heat. And they told us that when you break a throw, which is a defensive maneuver and not one that's easy, in most cases at least, if you break a throw, you as defender take damage. All those things were like, wait a second, I thought you said this was a defensive patch. Why are you making it harder for us to defend? And why are you punishing us for doing very high skill defensive maneuvers like breaking throws? Harada took to Twitter and said, stop complaining, the patch ain't even out yet, so we waited. People are still complaining actually, but we waited. When the patch came out, everything that people were afraid of turned out to be best case scenario because it got way worse. It was way worse. You got all these game-breaking bugs. It's like, did y'all play this patch? Was this play tested before you sent it out? So it's not as bad as we thought. It's worse because there's actual things in the game that should not be. So for them, after all of that, to come out and say, oh, we're sorry, and to say that they're going to change things when they said that before, and now we have to take them on their word. I mean, so this patch is supposed to be coming out on the 17th. So it's supposed to come, so this patch is coming out quickly and there's more they have to do, but it's just like, why not just do this to begin with? And of course you can make the argument that, you know, apologies from the Japanese they're way more weighty than they are here in the States, which makes sense. But even still, you wouldn't be in this situation where you have to dial back, well, not necessarily dial back, but you have to change a lot of stuff that you put in place if you just took our criticism to heart the first time. Like the moves that are in the game now, like Jack's up forward both punches and some other stuff that I've seen online, just like the amount of pressure that people can put on because of all these stance changes and all the mix-up that they've added, even though they took some away because there were problems at the time. It's like you can't change things that we complained about and then add more things for us to complain about. There's a lot here. There's a lot to unpack about this. It's just a major problem altogether, and this could have been avoided. You got people looking at quitting the game. You got people everywhere, like every video that you see about Tekken 8 is just doom and gloom, and it's like, while some people are being dramatic, like honestly speaking, if people don't want to play the game, then yes, that will kill the franchise. People, you know the game is bad when people are going back to a game that we hated, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, and playing that and saying this is better than Tekken 8. People hated Tag 2. It is the lowest selling game in the franchise, and people are going back to that game with fond memories because of Tekken 8 Season 2. That's a real problem. While I would love to see the hope that they're going to really fix this game, because like they have this patch coming out in a couple of days, they have another patch planned for May, and they're going to continue working. It's just like, you didn't have to be in this situation. at all. You know, the fans told you what they wanted and you actively said, nah, we know what's best. And when you chose to not give the fans what they wanted and they all are mad and they're all leaving, now you want to act right. And here's to say, like, you know, they really changed things. Tekken 8 goes back to being, like, you know, really popular with veterans and newcomers and all that stuff, and things work out. But it's just like, why even go through this? Now, of course, this is definitely going to be the thing. I think one of the big things is just like high reward moves being like toned down. There are a lot of what I refer to super moves in this game. Moves that just do everything or just about. You can just throw them out and not really expect too much to happen against you. And of course, the heat, which has been a point of contention since the game has launched, because, I mean, what are they going to do with heat? They're already saying that they're going to scale down chip. Chip damage is already a big problem in this game too, so sure, probably. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. I'll keep an eye on it. This probably won't be the last time you hear me rant about Tekken. I've been trying not to, but, you know, it is what it is. So, we'll see. We'll see how the update tomorrow, the 17th, one of those. We'll see how that update feels, and we'll go from there, I suppose.